Hello and welcome back to That's Football. This is one of the first Skype shows we've ever done. We've done a few before, but we really want to start kicking them on now. Welcome everybody to the show. Today's topic is who should be the next Manchester United and when? After Jose Mourinho. Everybody, welcome into the show today. It's going to be an interesting conversation today. Basically, if you're new to the channel, you don't understand necessarily the concept. My Skype is That's Football. Just type in That's Football on Skype and it will come up. Just type in like THAT, little apostrophe, S and then football. Give that a little ring-a-ding-ding-ding-do and then I will come up, ring it, and hopefully you get on the show. If you are new to the channel, it's a fantastic opportunity for you guys to really get your opinions heard because, comments are fantastic, but you guys being able to Skype in is really the very essence of what the show and the channel is about. Akash, finally, how you doing, guys? Fahima, how are you doing? Everybody, Megan, Nathan says, how you doing? So, yeah, who should be United's next boss and when? I'll give you a few examples. Obviously, if you guys are coming over from the United stand, then you would have just heard Mark waffle on for about half an hour talking about it. But few options for you. Mauricio Pochettino, now Spurs manager. Interesting. Building a very, very good Spurs team over there. Not won anything, though. Not won anything yet. Joachim Low, the former German manager, World Cup winner, etc. Very, very good option as well. Max Allegri, Juve manager. Carlo Ancelotti, 3 times Champions League winner. Any other class of 92 is also an option. But yeah, let me know, guys. X-Dragon X is new. Alfie, how are you doing, guys? Pochettino. Right then, get calling in. It is That's Football on Skype. That's just a simple That's Football with a grammatically correct, obviously, with a little apostrophe. If we do get bits of lag or my audio to visual is slightly delayed, I'm sorry if that happens. This is the first Skype show we've done in ages, so we might have a few technical difficulties, but hopefully everything will be all right. Manchester United, how are you doing? Ryan Giggs, also Alex Ferguson. I think Sir Alex Ferguson's sort of out of business, if I'm honest. I'm not sure he's still in the game. I think he's retired. I'm not sure, though. He might not be retired. I don't know. That's just something I've heard. Mark Hughes. Guys, Skype is open. Get calling. That's Football on Skype. Get calling. Now is your opportunity for to have your say. Hi, Sander, how are you? Says Lionel Messi. I'm very well, thank you. Right, whilst we wait for a few callers, I know Pankaj wanted to call in and a few others as well. Let's just start discussing. Let's start discussing with the comments and just me in general. People saying Luis Enrique, fantastic manager. Right, we've got Daryl. Daryl, how are you doing, buddy? Daryl?
Yeah.
How you doing, pal? I don't think Daryl can hear me. Daryl?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, sweet, pal. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm alright. Thanks, thank you very much.
Very, very good, pal. Very good. Take it away. Take it away, mate.
I don't want Jose Mourinho to go. As a United fan, I think Jose is the best option for us.
Yep.
Obviously, Mark Woodward's stream a few seconds ago, and he says that Jose Mourinho is the best option for a United manager. And I totally agree with what he mentioned. I think Jose, by far, has been United's best manager since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. Because since Fergie retired, it all went pear-shaped. But with Jose, we've won more things. We've won the Europa League. We've won the EFL Cup. Yeah, we've been kicking right to beer. And although we just got to Wembley beating Brighton. But you can't make Jose Mourinho go. You can't say that he's going to get replaced by anyone because seriously, it's not going to happen. He's not going to get replaced. He's got another couple of years on his contract. I want him to stay.
Yep. Music to my ears, mate, Daryl. You're my new favourite viewer, pal. I think I absolutely agree with you. If you guys don't, in the comments and in future callers as well, get in, because it's all about opinion. But I'm with Daryl here. I think Jose in 100%. Since he's come into the job, we've seen clear progression. Like you say, winning the EFL Cup. and the Europa League as well, which was no mean feat. You know, it's a difficult competition to be in. So 100%, as long as we keep seeing progression, and which we are doing, I'm Jose in 100%. For you, pal, Daryl, what would he have to do? What would the circumstances have to be for Jose Mourinho to get sacked?
It's a hard question to really answer, you know, because a lot of people always say, and this is a true point, there's a lot of people who say it's the manager's responsibility for what the players do. Well, I don't agree. I always say that it's the players' responsibility. It's at least 50% players' responsibility for getting their manager sacked. If they don't perform well under the tactics, it's not the manager's fault. It's the players' fault. But, you know, there isn't really much that Jose can do about the players. They just have to go with the flow. United fans need to just go with the flow. We can't afford to sack him because I don't think we can really afford the money to release him. And you know, if we do release him, we don't have another good manager who could take the role. You know, okay, Ancelotti maybe. You know, he's won the Champions League. You know, but there's not many other managers that can win the Champions League. Luis Enrique, but I don't think I would consider him as the next United manager. You know, there's a lot of managers out there who get sacked too early, and you know, and it's difficult to decide who should be the next manager. That's the question on everyone's lips. You know, it's going to be a tough rest of the season for Jose Mourinho. But I think at the end of the season, see where we finish in the league. If we finish in Champions League spaces, definitely keep him. If we don't finish in Champions League spaces, then possibly make a decision then.
Yeah, very good, mate. Some people are saying that the audio is very low. I thought I'd solved that. But can you guys not hear Daryl at all, or is it very low? Let me know. If it's very low, then we'll have to roll with it. I'll try and solve that as the show goes on. But yeah, Daryl, mate, I heard you, and I agree with everything you say, pal. So cheers for coming on, mate. I don't quite know what's going on, but cheers, mate, and I'll speak to you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Daryl. Ciao. Before I get another caller, quickly, can you guys hear him? All right, I've got another caller. Brilliant. Hello. Right. Pankaj. Hello, Pankaj. How you doing, pal? Are you there, mate? No, he's not. He's bottled it. He's absolutely bottled it. Jesus, I don't quite audio very low. Oh shit, the bed. You know what I'm gonna do? Quickly shut down Skype and have a little faff about here. But get your comments in, chaps. Was it right? Quickly get. Let me know. Was it here? Could you actually hear him, even though if it was quiet? Could you hear him, or was it all right? Like, or was it just you couldn't hear him at all? Let me know, because you know, obviously, if you couldn't hear him at all, then that's not very good, is it? But if you can hear him and it's very low, then that's obviously that's all right. People saying Joe's in. Joe's joke shot. I can't hear. People saying he can't hear. Oh bloody hell! All right. Your audio's way too high, mate. I don't know how to solve this at the moment. Oh, I'll have a little whisper. Okay, I'll have a little whisper. Yeah. Guys, get calling in. Sound is cool. All right, fine. We'll go with it. But yeah, guys, get calling in. It's That's Football if you want to call in. Just standard That's Football on Skype. Get your say in who you think the next Manchester United manager should be, if anyone at all, or should it stay as Jose Mourinho? I don't know. Daryl in the last call said it should be Jose Mourinho. He was very media trained, I thought, Daryl. Very media trained. Sort of snaked his way around that, what the circumstances Jose Mourinho would have to be in for him to get sacked. Snaked his way around that. But guys, get calling. That's Football on Skype. Standard That's Football. Hopefully, yeah, I know it's better, but it's because it's me now. You know, obviously it was Skype before. That's bloody annoying, because basically this show's a Skype show, so we need the Skype to be working. I'll read your comments out before until I get someone new calling in. Yeah, Matthew McFadden says, cool, that's right. I've got Pankaj. Here we go. Pankaj, how you doing, mate?
I'm fine, Mel. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. If you could just speak up, borderline shout, because people, I don't think people can hear the Skype callers. So yeah, take it away, pal. Who do you think United's next manager should be?
No, I back Jose Mourinho. I don't want to speak about it. I think for the short term, Jose Mourinho should still be the manager and should be given and should be deserved one more season.
Right. So you think Jose Mourinho should be given one more season? Like I asked Daryl, what circumstances would Jose Mourinho have to find himself in to get sacked?
If he keeps on playing Mourinho style of football, he doesn't listen to the fans, and he keeps on playing, conservative football.
Are you in a tumble dryer, Pankaj? Are you in a tumble dryer? Because people saying way too quiet. Cut it. That's from Mark himself. Right, I'll pick. Hang on, Pankaj. Let me just answer Mark's call, mate. All right, here's Mark. What's he? Mark, you alright, pal? Mark?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can do, pal. I don't know whether it's to do with the actual settings in OBS or Skype, but apparently it's very soft. I don't know.
I don't know. Am I live on now?
Yeah, you're live on now. You're on the show. Welcome to That's Football, Mark. How you doing?
I'm very good, thanks.
Very good.
Let's see if people can hear me.
Yeah, can you guys hear Mark? People saying RIP. Obviously, the comments are slightly behind.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't hear Pankaj, but I could hear you very well. So I don't know whether it's the imbalance or not. But yeah, I thought I'd just quickly call in. Really good show on the United Stand, discussing all the different options. And obviously I'm very much Mourinho in, and I still think that's the way to go. Apparently, it is still very, very quiet. So it must be something on your end in relation to your calls. You probably need to have a look at audio levels because super quiet.
I don't know, mate. I thought I'd give it a go. I thought it was working, but I don't know. What should I do? What do you suggest in this situation?
Well, I just run with the live comments and have a chat with them, but don't take calls. And then next time, just try and run some tests because I remember when I first set up, I used to have this problem. But somewhere in either Skype, I think I used to have problems with it within Skype. The audio levels were within Skype. People
are saying you can hear. People saying they can hear you. Oh, because I just changed the setting. Hopefully that's changed it. People saying they can hear you. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's changed it. We'll see. We'll give one or two more callers a go.
Yeah, I think somebody just said that the Skype is too quiet. Positive Energy says you can hear Mark.
Yeah.
We can hear Mark a bit better at times, says Matthew Fadden. Anyway, I don't know. I'll leave it to you, but I thought I'd just call in. I'm listening in anyway, listening to what people have got to say.
Yeah.
That's football. Really good show on the United Stand. Lots of different opinions. So call in and have your say on it. Maybe check your audio levels on Skype or OBS, whatever it is, because the audio levels for you will be different.
Yeah, I know.
All right, mate.
All right, pal. Cheers, mate. I'll speak to you soon. Right, so hopefully I've switched it around. I don't know whether that would have worked. Obviously, it's a slow starter. Like I said, there were going to be some sort of technical difficulties as time went on because it's our first Skype show. Right, we'll take this call.
Hello?
Hello, pal. How you doing? What's your name?
My name is Yasir.
Hello, Yasir. How you doing, pal? Obviously, the topic of the show, Mourinho in, Mourinho out. Who should be the next manager? Take it away, mate.
Okay. So my opinion is I've always been Mourinho in. Only reason is because the reason I fell in love with Manchester United is because of Sir Alex Ferguson. So no matter what opposition we played, it doesn't matter if they had Ronaldo, it doesn't matter if they had Messi. As long as we had Sir Alex Ferguson on our bench, I was content because it didn't matter what team we put out. Sir Alex Ferguson trusted. I remember when we played against Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, and Jose Mourinho was on the other side. I don't know. It was at a point, I was I'm fear for Real Madrid, but I'm also fear for Jose Mourinho because I knew his history, I knew his tactics and everything. And I remember the moment that Nani got a red card. He did the most amazing substitution I've ever witnessed in my life. He substituted Ozil for Modric, and I couldn't believe it. He substituted Ozil for Modric, and the game completely changed. Because why? Because Modric was the one who scored a goal to tie the game, and you know what else happened? Ronaldo scored the winner, and we got out. So I don't buy this BS that Jose Mourinho is like lost and all that stuff because he literally just won the league with Chelsea, and at that time Chelsea was gonna go undefeated. Like there was no one that could beat Chelsea, all that stuff, and they went on a 13 winning streaks. Like the player of the year was Hazard, and like and all that stuff,
Yeah.
So I believe in Jose Mourinho. The problem is I feel like a lot of these players that we have, they're not United players. I feel like we put our trust in players that are not they don't play for they play for themselves, not for the shirt. Like my favorite player is Martial. I love him. But then at a point I'm starting to get so irritated with Martial because I feel like you gotta do more, Because like the thing we do as fans, as Manchester United fans, is we usually pick on players such as Fellaini and Lingard. Fellaini and Lingard, they cannot win you games. Fellaini and Lingard are not the players that you look forward to win you games. The players you look forward to win you games is Martial, Pogba, Lukaku, in Rashford, Sanchez. Those are the players that you look forward to win your games. I always think about this. When Real Madrid loses a game, the first person that gets blatantly abused is Ronaldo. No matter how great of a game he had, if he does not score a goal and they lose, Ronaldo gets scrutinized. He gets crucified. Yet when we lose, it's always Fellini's fault. It's always Lingard's fault. Where Pogba comes on, I guess it's a Sevilla game. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like he comes on.
You're like a politician, mate. You're dodging around the question. You're talking about Fellaini, Martial, etc. But let me ask you it again. Who do you think the next Manchester United manager should be?
Well, that's the thing. If it's like we change our manager, so this is our third manager. So if we change Jose Mourinho right now, then the next manager, even if it's an Ancelotti or whoever, these are not his group of players. He has to buy another 5 or 6 players, and then the process starts all over again. And then we just never move forward. We're just where we at. We're just another top 4 team. So I mean, I believe in Jose Mourinho because I don't think there's a manager out there that's better than Jose Mourinho. This is the problem is Manchester United we're in such a huge mess. It's gonna take time, and we just gotta be patient.
Yeah,
we're just that's just the reality of it.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you very much. I don't know if people can hear you now. I don't know what's going on. Like I said before, I thought there were going to be some sort of technical difficulties, and there have been. But yeah, no. So if Jose Mourinho was to get sacked, who would you like to see come in?
That's a good question. See, I like if something happens with Real Madrid and Zidane, I would love Zidane to come in. I feel like Zidane is a type of player where he has done it before, and he's the only manager in history to win back to back. It might even win three Champions Leagues in a row, and that's a feat that has never been done before. Forget about two back-to-back Champions League has never done before, and he's a manager that has done it. So if anything ever happens with Real Madrid and Zidane, I would love to have Zidane as manager. Other than that, I don't want Pochettino, and I don't want the Silva guy that I used to know. I don't think they're good enough.
Yep.
But yeah.
So let me ask you this question, mate. A final question for you. Does Zidane's latest season not worry you, but since you want him in?
The thing is a lot of times I watch every league. I watch La Liga. I don't watch Serie A and Ligue 1 because those are not leagues to me. But I watch the Bundesliga. I watch the La Liga a lot. I love La Liga.
Yeah.
And I obviously watch the Premier League. And Zidane, the way he transformed the team, the way how he introduces Casemiro. Casemiro, where did Casemiro come from? like how he implemented the customer into the team, and how like people like don't even talk about how like Gareth Bale in his injury crisis. Like Gareth Bale does not play football at all. That's just the reality of it.
Yep.
He's never on the pitch. Yet they win back-to-back Champions League without him. And this is Gareth Bale we're talking
Yep.
about. And you got to give the guy credit.
Yep.
And the thing is, the guy has won a World Cup. The guy has won a Champions League. Zidane is, my opinion, one of my favorite players all time.
Yep.
Like, the guy was just magic. And I feel like his character, and like I feel like with Jose Mourinho, the problem that a lot of players have is like he just can't connect with them in a player level, whereas Zidane can connect them with a player level. Like he can tell Pogba to do something and to do that because Zidane was a better player than Pogba, or with a Martial, he has like a French connection with them, and he can tell players like, hey, I want you to do this type of run and that type of run, and they will understand because he used to be a player. So that's the reason why I feel like that's the type of players, that's the type of coach. I feel
Yep.
like, the type of manager that we need as United, because we have a young team.
All right, mate. Cheers, pal. Appreciate it. Very good. And next time there's a general election, run for it, pal. Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon, pal. Very good. I changed a setting or two. I don't know. It might. I don't know what's going on. I mean, now there's audio delay, which is fantastic. Okay, now it's fixed itself. All right, guys, get calling. Right, we've got Andy.
Very good.
Andrew Southwick.
What's going on, Sanders?
How you doing, pal? Guys, let me know if you guys can hear him. I've changed a setting or two. Mate, it's frustrating. I tell you what, I want to rip my hair out. It's coming out anyway. But yeah, talk to me, Pate. Talk to me, Andrew. You've heard the last few calls. What do you think about it?
All right, so I've had the opinion for a long time that I think that Pochettino should be our next manager at Manchester United. I think that when you combine the fact that he plays the style of football that Manchester United fans are looking to have, with the fact that he would then also get a budget to be able to use players, and then also be able to play the youth, which that's something that these are all the things Manchester United fans want. I think that all combined is the reason why Pochettino should be our next manager.
Yeah. Well, Pochettino, he's not won anything though, pal. He's built a very good squad, but he's done well, but he's not won anything.
Well, and you could make the argument that is part of like him being at Spurs, and Spurs do have a history of being quite the bottlers there. I think that if you were to bring him to Manchester United, that could give him that Manchester United magic, that Sir Alex Ferguson magic. There's something about coming to a club like Manchester United, and I think that he would actually be able to take on the club. And when I hear him talk, and when I hear him when I see him manage the players buy into his system, and I think that is something that is crucial, is players buying into the system. Sorry about that. Players buying into the system. So that's just my opinion. But I think that him coming to a club like Manchester United could give him that magic, that spark that people would be clamoring for in a sense.
Yeah, well, I think I'm still Josie, and people are still saying, after this call, I think we're going to cut the callers, and I tried to do it before, but obviously the sound's screwed, and I'll try and fix it. But he basically, if you can't hear him, what he's saying is he thinks Pochettino should be the next manager, and I just think, look, he's done all right, but at the end of the day, being a Manchester United manager, it's about winning trophies, and he's not done any of that. And look, he's done well. Yeah, he's done well, but isn't it a big risk for... We're coming up to, 6-7 years now, no Premier League trophy for Manchester United. You bring in Pochettino, not only does Jose have to get rid of his players, not only does Pochettino have to get rid of Jose players, not only does he have to bring in his new players, implement his style of play, but there's no guarantee with trophies because we haven't seen it before.
Well, so you're right in that. You're right that we haven't seen the trophies before. But I honestly think that the players that are here there are players that obviously need to go. And by the way, I'm trying to I'm almost yelling at my house right now, just so you know.
Yeah.
just to try and help people out. But I think that there aren't a lot of players that I think that would need to actually leave. I think there's players like Daley Blind that would need to go. There's players like Matteo Darmian that need to go. There's players like Fellaini that need to go. But I don't think there's a lot of players that are in the system right now, and especially attacking-wise, that actually need to leave. I think that we've got the attacking talent right now to be able to go out there and compete with anybody. But for some reason, that attacking talent isn't being utilized by Jose Mourinho, and I don't understand why that is. And honestly, we may never know why that is. That the attacking talent is for some reason not being utilized properly. But I think that we should be able to have that manager that can utilize the attacking talent that we have. Plus, there's a couple players that could be brought in under a manager like Pochettino, because I think that players actually want to play for a coach like Pochettino. I think he could be able to bring in a Milinkovic-Savic into that system, and he would love to play in a system like that. I think that you could bring in players. I think there's a couple of defensive players we need to bring in. People talk about whether Luke Shaw is the right person or not. Personally, I would like to see Luke Shaw given a run of games and be able to see what he can do in the team. But in all honesty, if we were to bring in Alex Sandro, I'm not going to complain with that. Like, as much as it would suck to say, we let go of a 22-year-old that could be one of the best left backs in the world. Alex Sandro is already one of the top 2 or 3 left backs in the world.
Yeah, I struggle to agree with you. I respect your opinion, mate, and I think you make a good point with the Alexandro thing. But I just think I don't understand how players want to play for Pochettino over Jose Mourinho. I think Jose Mourinho is our best chance at success. He's been here for 2 years, and I think keep him in the job for the next few years, and I think we'll definitely win a major title. But look, I appreciate it, pal. Thanks for calling in. I think people can hear you all right-ish. So we're going to continue with the Skype calls. But look, Andrew, thanks so much, mate, for calling in. I appreciate you, shouting your house down. I appreciate that, mate. And do call in again, man.
I appreciate your opinion, man.
Thanks, guys. Cheers, Andrew.
See ya.
So yeah, look, obviously I'm going to try and be a bit quieter. I don't know. All right, I don't know. We're gonna have to roll with it. Get calling in. That was the first anti sort of Mourinho call we've had. It's an interesting observation, I'd say. I like his point about Sandro. I like it. I like Sandro a lot, although I prefer Luke Shaw. I do, but I've made my points. You get rid of Jose Mourinho and you bring in someone else. They're going to have to get rid of Jose's players, bring in the new players, implement their style of play. That's going to take another 2 years. Meanwhile, City are running away with the league. Do you know what I mean? That's not me doing any sort of Nazi. Anyway, you bring in Pochettino. There's no guarantee for success whatsoever, but. Good point. He's an up-and-coming manager and he's doing well at Spurs, so I massively respect his opinion. Guys, get calling in. We're going to get a few more of you on. Great call so far. People saying great call. That's the thing, isn't it? It's, especially with Manchester United fans at the moment, the fan base is so divided more than ever, and it's really it makes for good shows, doesn't it? It makes for good shows because opinions are constantly contrasting. But yes, guys, get calling in. It's That's Football on Skype. It's That's Football, just standard, grammatically correct, obviously, with a little space in there and an apostrophe as well. I'm sorry, guys, about the audio. It's really out of my control when it's not, but I'll try and fix it for the next Skype call, which hopefully will be on Monday. I really do apologise. I'm going to read some of your comments now until the next call comes in. That's Football on Skype if you guys do want to get calling in. People saying calling in Pankaj. Yeah, if you want to call in again, mate, then that's good. Minnie has someone. People just saying Pankaj. Pankaj, get calling in then, pal. Guys, if you haven't subscribed already, I forgot to beg like I usually do. Do get subscribed. And we're on 24,748 subscribers. Let's get that up. It's a fantastic community we're building here, and for every one of you that does subscribe, it just makes the community bigger and greater. Here he is. We love you, Pankaj. We do. We love you, Pankaj. We do. We love you, Sorry. Anyway, sorry. We shouldn't be singing. We shouldn't be singing. How are you doing, Pankaj?
I'm fine. Am I loud enough?
Yeah, you should be loud enough. I'll let the comments decide that. But continue, mate. Just say what you want to say.
Yeah. I think Jose is still the man. I think he can win the title for us next season. And yeah, he can do. I think he can play more attacking for the fans to be happy with his performance and the team.
Yep.
Yeah, we need a couple of signings this summer.
Yep.
Like players like Alexandro and Savage.
Yep.
Fred.
Yep.
This kind of players.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. I agree with you, mate. I think, like you say, I think we do need a few more signings, specifically in the defensive area. You mentioned Sandro and Savic. Is there anyone else that's on your list that you particularly want at the club?
I think Dybala.
Right.
Dybala would be great.
Okay. Why? Tell me why we need another attacking player.
I think we need a number 10. I think Dybala, he can play as a number 10 with Sanchez on the right and Martial on the left, Lukaku up front.
Right.
So I think, yeah, he's number 10. We're missing a number 10.
Okay. Sanchez on the right, Martial on the left, Dybala at number 10, Lukaku up front.
Yeah.
Right, you know what?
And I think,
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And in midfield 3, Savage.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And Fabinho for the long term.
Okay.
Matic is 30 years old, so not much left in him.
Yeah, I think, I'll be honest, I think we do need a new right back. I think Valencia's ageing, his performances have been deteriorating, but I'd say just recall Timothy Fosu-Mensah from loan. I think, he could be our right back going forward for the next 10 years potentially. Yeah, good. So if, I've asked this to Daryl and a few others, what circumstances would Jose Mourinho have to find himself in to get sacked?
If he plays boring style of football and he doesn't listen to the fans, he doesn't pick the right players, the right squad.
Yep, yep. I
think
his
stubbornness, his ego.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think for me, one of the things is if he sells Martial, sell Martial and he's out for me. I think he's absolutely fantastic, Martial. And if he was to sell him, criminal is the one word I'd describe that to be. But cheers, Pankaj, mate. I've got a lot of people calling in, so we're going to try and get a few others on. But thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Do call in again, Pankaj. I massively appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for getting. Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, Pankaj, mate. Very appreciative. There we go, from Pankaj. Right, we're going to go on straight to another caller. I know there's been a bit of delay. Bloody hell, all right. Hello, mate, how you doing? He's bottled it. I know we're getting a bit of delay. I mean, Jesus Christ. Hello, mate, how you doing? Caleb, how you doing, mate? Caleb?
Hello?
How you doing, pal?
I'm doing really good.
Very good, mate. Very good to hear. Right, so I've got to whisper a little bit, mate, because I'm sure you're watching the show, so you know the difficulties. So, Jose Mourinho, in or out? If out, who are we getting in?
He's in right now, but I think for him to go out, he needs to do what Van Gaal did in his last year and get not a Champions League spot, and then just win an FA Cup.
Yep. Right, I think so as well. So, bloody hell, people are going off about lag in the... Mate, tell you what, hosting That's Football is it's going to make me... I'm going bald anyway, but it's going to make me go bald more due to the stress it causes me, pal. Anyway, I haven't heard anyone talk about Allegri so far. What do you think about Max Allegri? Obviously, current Juve manager, got the best out of Pogba with the likes of Pirlo next to him, got to a Juve Champions League final, etc., etc. Would he be an option for you?
Juventus is my favorite continental team, and I think that I would be happy with Allegri if he came. If he was one, I would really prefer someone who had experience, like a class of '92 or LeBlanc, as Mark said. I just really think someone that has them inside of Manchester United is what we need after Jose.
Yeah, I think so as well. How long do you think Jose's got left in him? Is he finished? How long do you think he's going to stay at United for?
We'll see how next year goes. If next year goes like this year, I say he's gone next year. I say he walks next year.
Right.
I say somebody else out there will offer him a better deal. A PSG or someone else who gets a lot of money will take him. If he does well next year and he wins the league or wins the Champions League, I think then he may stay for another 2 to 3 years. I think it's all about what happens next season for him.
Right, I'll be honest. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so loud. Right, I'll be honest. Look, I think give him longer than that because look, people forget how bad we've been in the past few years. We've finished, like I always say in the streams, we've finished 7th, 4th, 5th, and 6th. You know, now we're finishing 2nd. That's progress. Surely, if next season we don't necessarily win the Premier League or the Champions League, if we're still progressing though, challenging even further, maybe an FA Cup, going even further in the Champions League, does that not warrant Jose Mourinho's job to stay intact?
I think the issue is actually not the board or Manchester United wanting Jose to stay. I say the issue may be Jose wanting to leave because I don't know if Jose is the kind of manager who will either give up to keep going to get success, or is he the kind of manager that will stay through the long haul even if the big success isn't there.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think, like you said, he's in it for the challenge, isn't he? He's here for the challenge. He knew it was going to be a challenge, and look, I think at the end of the day, I don't think he will walk. Maybe that's me being naive and wishing for the best, but I don't think he'll walk. But yeah, cheers for coming on, mate. Is it Caleb? It is Caleb, isn't it? Yeah, cheers for coming on, Caleb, and do call in again. I'm going to try. People saying, let's get the calls rotating because the audio is all right now. So look, thanks for coming on, pal, and and I'll speak to you soon.
For having me.
No worries, mate. No worries. Right. Has this solved the problem? Has this solved the problem? The mic. Jesus Christ. All right. Who's calling me? I don't know. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Fucking hell. What is going on here? Stop calling me. Stop. I don't know how to accept it. What? What's it doing? Oh my God. Right, okay, I've got it. Jaredinho, how you doing, pal?
How we doing?
You know what? I don't know if anyone can hear you, pal, but we'll have to roll with it because, yeah.
So, it's funny, I don't think, that other caller made a very good point. I do not think it's going to be us deciding to fire Mourinho. I think he will decide to leave and force the board's hand. I think Mourinho should stay, but the atmosphere around the club is starting to become toxic. And I think it's starting to become more of a concern that even Jose in people are aware of how bad it is getting. So I think if he doesn't turn it around, whether you're Jose in or Jose out, you're Manchester United in. So I think the problem is he may be doing more damage than we need. I'm a humongous supporter of Mourinho. I just think that he may be encountering press and other things that are becoming too much to deal with. So if I'm going to bring someone in, I do like Enrique, but I also believe at this point I don't want to go with an established person. I would go with someone young and bring in some class of '92 staff behind.
Oh, stop it, Jared. You're off your head.
I know. But are you telling me you wouldn't like an Eddie Howe coming into United?
Yes, I wouldn't.
Come on, Look, I'm Mourinho above all of them. But if it's not going to be Mourinho, I don't think we go with another guy who's going to leave in 2 years. That's my concern.
But okay, Jared, have you been out tonight?
Oh yeah.
Basically, right, I don't understand, because look, we haven't won the league in coming up 6 years now, right? 5-6 years. And I think, if Jose Mourinho does leave, what's the I don't understand. You're bringing in Eddie Howe. How, what, Jared?
Listen, I'm not a fan of replacing Mourinho. I am simply a fan that if he is going to leave, none of these people are better than Mourinho. Enrique is not better than Mourinho. Ancelotti's not better than Mourinho. None of them. So the problem is what are you replacing the best manager in the world with? I think you're going to have to basically reset where we're at if people want to replace Mourinho. That is my argument. So I believe 100% we should be going with Mourinho. But if the fans turn this atmosphere toxic and Mourinho does not fix things and he ends up leaving, I think you have to take a new approach to the next manager. And you have to go back to what made us win and what made us a great club. And I think you have to start looking at bringing in people, who's out of the box. But I don't want Eddie Howe. I want Mourinho. But I think if Mourinho starts to lose it and lose the club, I think we're going to have to look at an out of sorts person, if that makes sense.
I understand. I'll be honest, I'm not. From my point of view, I don't want to take that risk. It's risk, isn't it? I know risk is what eventually brings you success, but look, at the end of the day, I want to get someone who's a proven winner. Someone like Jose Mourinho, like you say, someone who's proven winner is going to come in and at least win us a league, then piss off, and then we'll get someone. I can't see our club, Manchester United, going 10, 11, 12 years without a league title, which, if we sack Mourinho, I think is the way it will go.
I mean, the only other person I would have talked about is the one you brought up, which is Allegri. And he's a mental patient. Him and Conte have a very similar way of managing, which is they're ruthless. But that's what Mourinho is. So I guess the problem for me is, what are we replacing? That in the end is my biggest concern. I think fans sometimes have an unrealistic expectation for what we're going to get with this team. I think Mourinho has a lot of deadwood to get rid of. I think I bring this point up a lot with him. He has not fielded the same team in consecutive games almost ever this season. He continues to change it, continues to try and find his 11, and he can't yet. So until Mourinho sticks with the same team, we don't know that he's even comfortable with who's playing. So I think that is the argument, is if your manager's not comfortable with who's on the team, are we really judging him based on what?
Yeah.
He's inherited Fellaini. He's inherited Shaw. People love Shaw. I get it. Done nothing. It's fine. Get rid of him. I just think there's a lot of people on this team and players that people became attached to over time who we need to cut all along summer and fix and give Mourinho the team that he wants and give him a season to go at it. And if we're not Premier League champions or Champions League winners, I think it's time to cut bait in a year, to your point. But I think he needs time to work with the squad that he wants, and we would all agree it's not now, right?
Yeah, I think, look, there's a lot of rumours of, I'm trying to be quiet, by the way, there's a lot of rumours about this upcoming summer, Jose getting rid of up to 10 players. I don't think it will be 10, but I think this year will be the season where he gets rid of his dead wood. He's given the players 1 or 2 seasons to see how they get on, if he likes them or not. And now I think this season we'll see this summer we'll see the chalkboard being brought out, essentially. Look, Jared, I think you make a few good points, and some points I don't agree with as well. But I like you as a person, mate. So I appreciate you coming on. So we'll have you on again. But I think you're chatting absolute waffle, mate. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Cheers, Jared, mate. And hopefully they can hear you all right. Cheers, Jared. Speak to you soon, pal. Oh, it's Jared. I mean, usually he's all right, Jared, but Jesus Christ, he was off his head, wasn't he? Jesus. Nah, I like Jared. Right, last call, I think. Here we go. Hello, pal. How you doing? You all right?
What, mate?
I'm very well. Wait, quickly, got a £5 donation from Matthew. Said, agreed with Jared on Luke Shaw. He's turned from one of the best, most promising left back to just, basically, He's basic £5 from Matthew McFadden. Cheers, pal. I appreciate the donation, or Mark will, I should say. And so yeah, I think. Look, just quickly to answer that question because it is a donation. I think Luke Shaw's a great young talent. People forget he was out for a year and a half with a double leg break. It was an awful injury, and he was never going to recover in a season's time. So I think give him time. If he got the right manager behind him and lays off the pies a little bit, I think we've got an absolutely fantastic player. So stick with him, that's all I'll say, and I like him a lot. Anyway, on to the call. I don't know your name, pal, so let me know your name. And
it's Reese, mate.
Reese, hello Reese, and just take it away. You know what the topic's about. Go for it, pal.
Well, I'm Jose Alp, personally. I'm a big United fan, and I think, his style of football is just too boring, mate.
Mm-hmm.
In the Ajax final last season, it put me to sleep, and it's a final, mate. It's supposed to be entertaining, you know what I mean? And Pep, a few weeks ago in the cup final, he played entertaining football, and I was just jealous, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we need Zidane, or because he might get sacked this season, or Napoli manager. He's playing great football.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ancelotti, because he's unemployed right now.
Yeah.
No.
So your main issue is with the style of play, and I 100% agree with that. But let me put this to you, a little question for you, Reese. If in, let's say, 2 seasons' time, you look on TV, you turn Sky on, or wherever you live, and you see Manchester United with the Premier League trophy in their hands, but playing the way we're playing, what do you think of that? Is that all right, or would you still not be happy with that?
Honestly, mate, I wouldn't be happy, because I'll be a bit happy, but not fully. I won't remember any great games. You know what I mean? Football's about entertainment. If you're not entertained, why are you watching? Like, watching Jose is like watching Burnley for me. Do you know what I mean? It's the same tactics.
Yeah.
It's just, you get the ball, boot it, try and score across. You know what I mean? There's no beautiful football. I just love beautiful football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look the way Liverpool play in Man City. I'm just jealous. You got Sanchez playing left back. Last season he scored 30 goals, got like 15 assists. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but on that point, what I will say on that, to an extent, I massively agree with you, pal. And I'm sure if my dad was listening to this, when we watched United together, and he was, it's fucking boring football, get him out and all this sort of stuff. But what I'll say is about Sanchez, look, he's been brought in halfway through the season. He hardly played for Arsenal, and when he did play, his head wasn't in it. I think give him the summer, give him next season. And look, what I'll say is, look, when Jose was at Real Madrid, they played defensive football, but they were very fast and attractive on the eye on the counter attack. I think if Jose got his way, his men in, not men in, oh, that's what she said, but I mean, if got his players in and drilled that style of play into them, I think you would see a defensive style of play. Of course, it's Jose Mourinho, but on the counter attack, I think you'd see exciting football. Is that something we could look forward to, or is Jose Mourinho done in that sense?
We could, mate, but it's down to Matic, and he's just so slow. Like,
yeah,
our centre back Smalling. Maybe if we get some faster players to swap, we could maybe play entertaining counter attacks. I wouldn't mind that, honestly, but it's just down to, like, for instance, Fellaini, mate. Like, he's got to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that, mate. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Last season against Everton, or 1-1.
Yeah.
We're trying to win, and he brings on Fellaini, and
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean, and I think you've made some very, very good points. My reason for Jose in is almost out of fear, because I think once you get rid of Jose Mourinho, I don't know who you'd get out there that would really improve. Or I think Jose Mourinho's halfway through his journey, and I think once you get rid of him, it's another 3-4 years to even get to the point we are at now. I think the players he's signed, specifically Lukaku and Pogba, they mentioned how Jose Mourinho was a massive part of why they joined Manchester United, and they've always wished to play under him. So you know, it's difficult. I agree with you, mate, in terms of the football. It is boring. It is boring, and I like to see better. But I give him time. That's all I say, mate. Give him 1 or 2 seasons. It's not nice. It's not nice, I know, but, you know, we can't always have it lovely. You can't expect to go from... Go on.
Let me ask you this, right?
Yep.
Do you want to see believe next season we could win the league?
I think... Next season, I don't think we're going to win the league next season. No, I don't think we're going to win the league. I think we'll be closer. I do think we'll be closer. I don't think City will be as good. I think we will be better. I don't think we'll win it, but I don't have an issue with that. I think as long as we're progressing, getting further in the Champions League, win the FA Cup potentially again, and seeing, like you say, a better style of football, as long as that progression is still there, I'm happy. You know, if it gets... not next season, but the season after, that's when I'd expect to win the league. It's just, you know, Jose Mourinho's been given a 3-year contract, and next season will be his 3rd, and he's got an extension on it. So at least give him next season, to the end of next season, and see how progression is.
You gave Van Gaal 2 years, he won FA Cup, and you sacked him, and now Jose had 2 years, and he won...
What I say is about that though, mate. You know, Louis van Gaal came 4th and 5th in the league. I know the FA Cup was good, but in terms of Champions League and Europa League, his form was dire. Yeah, his FA Cup season was good, but in terms of the league, he was awful. Yeah, it was boring football, but look, at the end of the day, Jose Mourinho this season will finish in 2nd place. If that isn't progression from 7th, 4th, 5th, and 6th, I don't know what is.
But it's a progression, mate. To be honest, Liverpool and Spurs will get stronger next season, and you know, it's a worry for me because I just want to see United at the top every season, and it's just hard to see with this style. I think because he's done it for so many years, right? Maybe like Arsene Wenger, some people just lose their touch, just lose their swagger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, it's an interesting point you made, and I'm sure many agree with you as well. I don't as much, but I think you made some very good points. So, cheers, Reece, for coming on, and please do call in again. Thanks, pal. I do appreciate it. Nice one.
Thanks, man.
So that was from Reece. I think we're going to have one more caller. We'll have one more. I think the audio levels were all right there. One more caller, and then I'll interact with you guys in the comments for 5 minutes. No one's calling in. No more callers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Right, well that's Skype done. You know, like I said, I really do apologise about the audio today. You can see what I'm trying to do. Hold the mic slightly further away from my mouth. I will get it sorted for you guys. I'm determined. I love doing the Skype shows. Chatting to you guys is just fun, isn't it? It's just good. So hopefully this Skype audio got better. I will try and fix it for you. But now, let's try and interact with you guys in the comments for a little bit. Daniel Louis says, get Poch in. What I'll say again though, mate, he hasn't won anything though, has he? He's not won anything. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't know. He's good. He's building a good squad. But look, he's just... I want winners at Man United, and Pochettino, from what I've seen so far, is not a winner. He's not a winner. He's bottled the Champions League 2 seasons in a row. Gone to the FA Cup final. No, he's just not a winner. And if he wins an FA Cup, I'll be like, all right, you know what? Fair enough. Let's have a little look at him now. But until that point, I don't want him in. When is the next call-in? Guys, the next call-in, so long as I can fix the Skype, the next call-in will be on Monday. But guys, do get subscribing, obviously, on 24,752 subscribers. We've got on Friday, obviously it is international break, so on Friday we've got a Holland versus England watch-along. Dutch, Mark obviously lives in England, so... yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fantastic watch-along. We're going to be doing it together, I hope, and it's going to be interesting. You know, if we score, let's put it this way, I'm going to be rubbing it in his face. But yeah, you know, it should be an interesting one. We've got daily content as well from Mark at about midday every day. Jorge says he can come on now, mate. We've shut the Skype because, I mean, I want to keep it there. If you guys do want to call in, though, do call in on Monday. So like I said, we've got daily content. Then we've got Friday, we've got the Holland versus England watch-along. Then on Monday, I will be doing a Skype show. So yeah, do get subscribing for that. I'll sort the audio, definitely. Scenes when people are confused when Sana celebrates a Holland goal. Yeah. If Tottenham win the FA Cup, I'd have him next season. I wouldn't have him next season. I'd have him the year after. If we don't see progression under Jose. Retro City says, stick with Jose. I agree with that, mate. Sander, are you French? No, I'm Dutch. I just said that. Michael says, Luis Enrique is available. Why not try him? He played attacking football at Barcelona. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He did inherit one of the best sides in Europe, whereas, you know, this side at the moment, if we get rid of Jose, it's still a work in progress. And at the end of the day, he's getting he's inheriting He's inheriting a broken squad. Jared is donated $5. He said, in the end, if Jose had his one and was happy with them, he will bring us a major title. Still is one of the best managers in the world. We can't replace Jose, says Jared. Yeah, and I don't think we should replace Jose with Eddie Howe, Jared. I don't think we should do that. But cheers for the donation, Jared. I really do appreciate it. Watching England is a waste of time. Caffel, I know. I did the England versus Brazil watch-along. Never been so bored in my life. Ben says, Holland are awful these days, lol. They have players like Proper from Brighton in their team. Yeah, but Depay's doing all right, isn't he? We've got Van Dijk as well. He's all right. Fosu Mensah. So, Viking says, so many fickle fans. How can you get one manager to last 5 years if you keep sacking people? Exactly. And it's not like we're 5th and 4th, like under Van Gaal, we've just won an FA Cup. No, we're seeing good league form. You know, we've not lost that many games this season. We've seen the form against the top sides massively improve. We've beaten Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool. Yeah, we haven't beaten Man City, but they've been another planet this season. We're progressing. Stick with him. That's what I'll say. You can't say Poch with a good winning team won't win titles, says SB. Yeah, but we're not a winning team at the moment, so he's got to build one. If you get rid of Jose, we're not a winning side. Yeah, we've won the Europa League and the FA Cup, but he's not. You know, we're Man United. I don't know. With time, Mourinho will become more attacking, says Mohamed. That's what I think. I don't think he's necessarily got the confidence in his players to go and attack a team. He's never going to go full attack, but I think, you know, the counter-attack will develop as Mourinho goes on at his tenure at Manchester United. But cheers all. I hope you have enjoyed the show. I'm going to cut it now. We're coming up to about 57 minutes into the show, so sorry about the audio towards the beginning. I'm really going to try and fix it. But if you have enjoyed the show, drop a like on it and let me know, because I would appreciate it. If you want to see more Skype shows in the future, do let me and Mark know as well. And yeah, you know, appreciate it. Get subscribing, and I'll see you all soon. I'll see you on Friday, but Mark will see you tomorrow. Cheers, lads.